and welcome to this week's episode of Powerful Stuff. It's your friend Mare, as Mel Robbins says, it's your friend Mel, it's your friend Mare, and we're here to give you all the powerful stuff to get you more deeply connected to yourself and to others. And you guessed it, it's powerful. Today's going to be quick, dirty, even more powerful. And I'm so excited to have you guys with me. I've been back in Venice for like 2 weeks. As I said last week, I hosted an upgrade meetup of all the women who have been through my upgrade group coaching program. It was so special to see everybody connecting, forming friendships, giving each other ideas. And I've just been riding that high all week. And then this week, I'm actually recording this on Friday. I sometimes record it on Sunday before I put it out on Monday. But my friend Amanda Nguyen texted me this week or DM'd me asking if I would like to go to her Blue Origin all-female shuttle launch. They're launching into space. So I was like, you know what? When the universe hands us these opportunities or moments, and especially if it's like a major milestone for a friend, this is the moment where you say, fuck yes, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to El Paso for 24 hours. I get there Sunday afternoon. The shuttle launch is Monday morning. It's actually 11 minutes. So they go up to space, they spend a few minutes in zero gravity and see Earth's curvature, and then they come back down. And it's so special because I knew Amanda back at Harvard, and she's always wanted to be an astronaut. And she, I connected her to my mom, who's an astronaut. And so they've always had a special relationship, and she spent some Christmases with us. And so it's so full circle to now like see her going into space, fulfilling this dream after being what she calls a civil rights activist astronaut, where she's passed so many laws to help protect the rights of people who have survived sexual assault, and now helps other people get their laws drafted their laws drafted into law. Okay, I'm totally butchering that, but it's called RISE. It's an incredible organization, and it empowers people to help create like laws literally to be the change that we want to see in this world, which is these grassroots movements, and empowering people on an individual level is more important now than ever. So I'm just always so inspired and in awe of the work that Amanda does. And I got her book, Saving Five, to like celebrate and get hyped up for her launch on Monday. And I was reading it last night, and I was so touched to see her shout my mom and I out for spending Christmas with us in college, and how like being an astronaut was always like not only her dream, but like she felt part of an astronaut family, because I always say she's an honorary member of the Baker family. So all of that's to say, guys, that is what I'm going to be doing Sunday. That is why I'm recording Powerful Stuff today. And it's also kind of part of my topic for today's powerful stuff. I wanted today to kind of be like a light spritzer, just like a little pick me up powerful stuff. And it was inspired by my friend Kristi. Shout out Kristi, who was talking about this word pronoia. So paranoia is like this, belief that people are out to get you, that everything's conspiring against you, and you're always paranoid. You're always like, when is the other shoe going to drop? What are these people's intentions? And pronoia is the opposite of that. It's kind of this idea that the whole world is conspiring to help you, kind of like the alchemist energy of like getting clear on your vision, and the whole world conspires to make it happen. And it's really this idea of one of my favorite quotes, which is, everything changes when you start to emit your own frequency rather than absorbing the frequency of those around you. When you start imprinting your intent on the universe rather than receiving an imprint from existence. And I feel like pronoia is so that. And I love that Kristi brought that up, because I feel like that's kind of the shakeup that I needed in this spring season, kind of coming back to Venice with this new energy and these like rose colored glasses, as they say, because it's so easy sometimes to come back to a place after we've had a big adventure and to get like reverse culture shock, or to kind of feel like, wow, like I've changed and nothing's changed, to kind of have a lot of different emotions. And I've definitely felt the spectrum of those while I've been back the last few weeks. But the pronoia was a beautiful reminder of stuff that I try to hold myself to, and that I talk a lot with my clients about, which is like the power of the reframe, and the power of synchronicities, and the power of, choosing how we believe to, or like choosing the meaning we ascribe to something, choosing the meaning that we make out of something that's happened to us that was difficult to us. And so I just wanted to like talk a little bit about some of these fun tactics that we can use for pronoia and for believing that the whole world is on your side. Because as I talked about in a few past episodes, if we're going to assume anything, we might as well assume best intentions, because the more we assume best intentions and then we operate from that place, the more we look for evidence to make it so. And the more we look for evidence to make it so, the more we find it, the more it becomes this positive compounding upward spiral. And how powerful is that? So I really kept that in my mind after Kristi said that. It was a great kind of like reminder of the reframes. And what I love about that too is I feel like as I've done that, so many fun opportunities have come my way this week, like Amanda texting me and me just saying like, okay, fuck yes. Like the universe is giving me a wink to like do something so special, so unique, getting to go see this all women space crew. And also it's like giving me an opportunity to show up for a friend that I love and I'm inspired by. So I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to just say yes. Cause like sometimes it's easy to get into logistics of like, well, then I have to buy the plane ticket to go in 24 hours. And is it worth it? And I just got back to Venice. But I'm like, I'm just going to say yes. I'm going to be a fuck yes and be like, this is all happening for me. I get to go celebrate a friend. How amazing is that? Like I'm in. And also the more we kind of commit to decisions, the more we don't let decisions linger, the more energy goes toward making that the best decision ever. Because sometimes when we have a decision and we let ourselves get in decision analysis paralysis, it ends up draining us of our vital life force. We end up going back and forth and getting the opinion of so many friends, and then it ends up paralyzing us. And all of that energy that we're putting toward the decision, we could have put toward investing in the thing once we committed, of making it best decision ever. So the Amanda thing was an example of that for me. And also like a friend from SF texted me about coming to her birthday party in San Francisco. And I had just got back from San Francisco, but this is also a friend that I love, and like as well a friendship that I want to continue investing in. So I just said like, fuck it. Yes. And while I'm there, I'm going to do a powerful stuff experience, and I'm going to see more friends. And Spencer is actually going to enter a hunky Jesus contest. So I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes for him. So yeah, I feel like I've just been kind of like saying yes. And of course, like doing it within your boundaries and your means, and also having so much gratitude for like when you can say yes, because sometimes we literally can't. For whatever season we're going through with however much energy we have or money we want to save or whatever. But I feel like as I've been calling in like more unique experiences with deep friends and like prioritizing making meaningful experiences with friends, I've had the opportunities come to me, and that's what I'm looking for. And then I'm, guess what? Getting more of that. And so that's one element of it, is getting clear on what we want to call in. I guess I should give you guys some steps. I've just kind of been chit-chatting up a storm because I just had 2 coffees this morning. I usually just have one, but Spencer surprised me with one in bed. And then I had one at Manati's with my friend Sav, and we went for a beach run. So I'm just like chit-chatting up a storm. But all of that's to say, it's like getting clear on what you want to call in and like speaking that out into the world more, and like not just waiting passively for it to happen, but like actively doing something about it. Like, for example, with the Amanda thing, like I was like commenting on her posts and celebrating her and like telling her how excited I was for her journey to space. And then she was like, oh, by the way, do you want to come? And yeah, for my friend whose birthday is in SF, like prioritized having a really nice like dinner and hang with them last time we were in San Francisco. And yeah, I just feel like kind of casting out the line and putting in the effort. Like I've said in past podcasts, manifestation is getting clear on what you want to call in, actually speaking it out loud, and then taking aligned steps toward that, because you're like stepping into the feeling of that. And then similarly with my upgrade launch and getting an incredible group of women for this next upgrade, which we have 1 more week left of registration. We're over halfway full. So if you want to join, this is your ping. But yeah, it's like tapping into that feeling by gathering all of the women from past upgrades and getting to see everyone there and connecting and excited. And that like bred so many like, oh my gosh, I have a friend that needs to hear about the upgrade, and connecting me to so many amazing women. And it was like just by creating and tapping into that feeling that already was there with the upgrade, was I getting so many more women coming to me who want to do the next upgrade, which I'm so excited for. And it's going to be the best one yet. It's upgrade number 10 special, like I'm like 10-year anniversary. It's actually like 3.5-year anniversary, but 10th cohort, which is so exciting. So yeah, getting clear on what you want, speaking it out, and then looking for signs to make it so. And I think I'm like telling you guys so many times, tell them, you know what they say, tell them what you told them, tell them what you're going to tell them, and tell them again, or something like that. But I've said a few of these things on the upgrade, on powerful stuff before, which is, there's like that experiment where this person's on a plane and they ask you to look for all the people wearing green shirts. And so then you look and you find all the people wearing green shirts and they're like, okay, great. Now identify the person wearing a brown shirt. And you can't do it because you were just looking at all the people wearing a green shirt. So that's where your mind was focused. So that's where you kept seeing more of them. And then you can't identify the person with the brown shirt. And as such, with this pronoia, it's like the more we get clear and we really connect to that vision of what we want, the more it actually ends up happening for us. The more we see it that way, the more we keep getting these pings or reaffirmations of, yes, this is happening. And so that's why also on Mel Robbins' podcast, a few months back, she had this thing of saying, like, find a symbol that is like a little wink from the universe, that every time you see something like that, you end up like being reaffirmed, like, yes, I'm on my path. And maybe it's something as simple as the shape of a heart. That's the one I personally use. And every time I see a heart, it's like a reminder, like, Meredith, you are on your path and everything is happening exactly as it's meant to. Sometimes I'll see it on a walk with a friend and it's like, wow, I was meant to be in this conversation. And just that renewed sense of presence and gratitude of where you are. So yeah, I've seen hearts kind of like on the concrete. I'll see them as a cloud in the sky. I've seen them as like a little graffiti on a fence. I've seen them even as funny as like in Barry's boot camp when you're running on the treadmill and you can see your reflection. And I was wearing a light pink sports bra. The sweat in between my boobs formed a heart. And so I'm like, oh my God, wink from the universe. And so it is this like positive upward spiral of like the more we seek it out, the more it finds us. And so that's what I would encourage you to do, is like have a little symbol. Maybe it is a heart, maybe it's a word, that every time you see it, it reminds you, like, I am on my path. And even if it feels hard today, or even if it's uncertain, this is a sign from the universe to like keep going. So whatever that symbol is for you, or maybe it is a word. One of my favorite words also is chosen, because I've always said before I met Spencer, I want a partner who makes me feel chosen. And now that I'm with that partner that makes me feel chosen, it's a reminder to A, choose him every day as well, like to not take it for granted, and to B, make myself feel chosen. And when we got back to Venice after our big 5-month sabbatical, we were running on the beach. And at the end of the beach by Marina Del Rey, they had the word choice. And it was just a reminder of like, I can choose how I want to enter into this next chapter back in Venice. I can choose to kind of feel annoyed that I didn't get to certain things on the trip, or I didn't achieve certain things that I wanted to achieve while I was away. Or I could choose to be like, wow, we're coming back as an even stronger couple in our relationship. We're coming back with so much gratitude for all of our friends in Venice. And we're coming back like just with a renewed sense of appreciation for our community, for our life, with so much clarity of where we want to go next. So that was like a good little wink from the universe, a reminder. And one more technique I'll tell you guys, and then we'll kind of like go through it together. And then, of course, have a little meditation and celebration for the way we can relate to our pings. Okay, you get what I'm saying. So the other one that I have all my clients do, and actually I think my old executive coach, Victoria Song, shout out Victoria again, freaking love you and all your tools, have all my clients do every week, which she had us do in her program, was reframes. And reframes are just powerful ways to kind of train your brain to see the positive in something. And it sounds so stupid simple, but the more we train our brain to look for these things, the more we're breaking old feedback loops of, oh, this always happens to me, why me? And shows us, to trains our brain to have the belief of like, this is happening for me, this must be happening for me, I'm getting stronger from this, wow, like this is like not a roadblock but a stepping stone. So a reframe, I'll just give you a few like simple ones, might be that like, you're sitting in traffic, and instead of being frustrated for sitting in traffic, you have the ping to call your friend from back home, and it leads to a really nourishing or expansive conversation, right? So the reframe would be like, I was sitting in traffic, initially frustrated, but actually it was a perfect opportunity to call my friend from home, and we got so much closer from it. On a larger sense, like a reframe of like me, let's say, owning my story would be, like I used to date all these like emotionally unavailable guys, and I gave away my love, and it was such a waste. And I'm so ashamed and embarrassed of that time where I gave away my love and like didn't value myself. My reframe would be like, I had to go through that journey of giving away my love to these guys. And they were kind of teachers in a way, because it showed me like what I will and will not tolerate in a relationship. It woke me up to my own self-love journey, which now I teach, like, you know, dozens of women in the upgrade and hundreds of people at events, and and one day hundreds of thousands of people on powerful stuff. Mark my words. And it helped me wake myself up to giving myself that love, which then ended up attracting a really powerful relationship with my husband Spencer. And so I couldn't have gotten there or had those tools had I not gone through those things. So those are a few things to do for your pronoia, and also to go on a gratitude rampage. As we've talked about many times before, you guys know, I don't even have to tell you, but I'll just say it, that gratitude is the bedrock of manifestation, because the more we are grateful, the more we're saying to the universe, yes, more of this again. And so going on what Abraham Hicks calls a gratitude rampage, where you're just like, I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes and I'm going to speak out loud so I can hear my own voice saying it, all the things I'm grateful for. And it can be from the things that happened today, the things that happened 10 years ago, the friends in your life, and just like don't stop until you've hit that like 5 or 10 minute mark. In fact, maybe even go a minute beyond that, where you're just getting in that energy state of feeling all that gratitude, because you're bringing that feeling back into the present moment, which then you end up emitting that feeling. We have that in our aura, in our force field, and more people want to be around that. That creates our personal magnetism, which then ends up attracting more things to be grateful for. And isn't that powerful? Okay, so that is all to say, guys. Let's wrap up these tools. So the first one I mentioned, I think, is finding that symbol, finding the symbol where you see it, and every time you see it, it's a little wink. I'm on my path. What a great reminder, I'm on my path. And to add to that, our friend Jake actually told me that he keeps a running list of um, notes in his phone for synchronicities. And every time a synchronicity happens, he writes it down, and it's kind of like a reminder of like there's magic everywhere. And that's like the Marianne Williamson quote of like, when we come from a lens of fear, miracles seem impossible, but when we come from a lens of love, miracles are an everyday occurrence. So yeah, keeping a gratitude list on your phone or a synchronicity list on your phone is a way of reminding yourself like all these powerful things that are happening. The second thing is the reframes, and all of the things that might feel challenging or hard. What is the reframe? Why might they have to be happening for you? And maybe you're in the middle of it, right? Because like the one I talked about with love, like that's already happened to me. I have the 2020 retrospective vision, but what's equally powerful is when you're in the middle of it and you're doing, like, you can write out that reframe maybe as if imagining you're 10 years from now, and you're like, why did it have to happen that way? What are like 2 or 3 different possibilities of why this needed to unfold this way, and how I can go into this with so much gratitude and learning? Like maybe it's a difficult conversation that you're having with a friend, or feeling stuck at work. The reframe is, I'm so grateful because it's showing me that I'm ready to expand. I'm ready to take that leap in XYZ area. Um, you know, with the friend, maybe it's like the reframe is like, I'm grateful this is happening because it's finally bringing things to air, and it's going to make our relationship either even stronger or help open us up for relationships that feel even more aligned. And it's also teaching me to use my voice, which I can use in other areas like my professional life or my romantic life. So even doing reframes for things that feel really challenging right now, and envisioning what might be the better than I could have ever imagined possibility around it, of like, the universe has a better plan for me than I do. So I'm not even going to try to control it. I'm just going to trust that it's a stepping stone. And that's all I need to know, is that it's like helping me go up if I choose to make it so. And then the last thing is that gratitude rampage, like speaking out or writing out all those things that you're grateful for, and not stopping until you fully run out, and then writing a few more from there. And then you're really like revving up the engines of like, I'm so fucking grateful. Because that's how, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I had a little like low day this week. Who knows if it was hormones or being back. But then I like took myself through these tools. I saw some hearts on my walk. I took myself for a walk for my little mental health walk. I did a gratitude rampage. I sent a friend a note, somebody who I am really grateful for, and like some of my clients of just like how grateful I am for them. And yeah, it was really, really powerful. So I'm excited to hear what your synchronicities are for you. Please let me know. I can't wait. And let's just do a quick little medi that you can do or think of when you are moving through your week to harness this pronoia. So closing your eyes, and we'll just reach both of our hands up to the sky as you breathe in, almost like you're touching the golden air from the heavens. And exhale, bringing your hands down to heart center, bringing it to your heart space 2 more times, breathing in, reaching your hands up as you root your hips down, connecting, being the bridge between heaven and earth. Exhale, bringing that golden energy down to your heart. And third and deepest time, extending both hands up to the sky, feeling that golden energy come down. And as you bring your palms down, moving slowly, tapping your crown, opening your crown, tapping your third eye, tapping your throat, tapping your heart, tapping your navel, tapping your hips, tapping your root, and then bringing your hands to heart center and breathing normally. And starting to feel this golden energy pulse in all areas of your body, from your hips to your heart, to your throat, to your third eye, from your elbows to your toes, to your knees, to the crown of your head. It's pulsing this golden light. And as you breathe it out, you feel even more come back in, softening into this golden light like a cloud. Thinking about something that you're grateful for that happened today or this week. Sending that thing, this golden light, and maybe it's other people that were involved. And then feeling it come back to you. Feeling it elevate you even more with this golden light. And then thinking of a sign or a wink that you saw this week, reminding you that you're on your path. Maybe it was just a funny coincidence. And then breathing this golden light, sending it to that thing, that person, or that instance. Feeling it receive it, and then breathing even more golden light into you, feeling an even deeper expansion in your lungs and your heart. And then thinking of something that feels challenging. Maybe it's a dynamic, a communication, something with your job, whatever it might be. Breathing this golden light to it and letting it soften, revealing a lesson or a wisdom or a strength that might be coming from this. How might it be on your path? How might it actually be unfolding perfectly? I'm getting a download for what that might be. And then breathing it back to you, feeling that golden light expand you, and breathing it back to this thing one more time now with appreciation and gratitude. Even if you're not clear on what the growth or the lesson is, but just within a surrender and total trust that it is. And seeing and feeling your family, your friends, your angels, your loved ones past, people on the street, feeling everyone lift you up, giving you this strength to move through this thing just as you have given other people the strength to move through their things. This pronoia, that this golden light is touching you from all these other people and things, helping you alchemize the situation and helping you zoom out and feeling your path coated with this golden light. So protected, so elevated. Now that you have chosen to see life through this lens, you see the golden dust everywhere. Almost like looking around in your mind's eye from your heart space of seeing great relationships with this golden light, seeing challenging relationships with this golden light, seeing joyous things with this golden light, and seeing things that were hard with this golden light, because they are all helping you on your upward spiral, and just feeling that knowing, allowing you to soften even deeper into your exhale, allowing you to surrender, fully trusting that it's truly helping everything on your path. Breathing this in. exhaling it out. Breathing it in again, feeling it in every cell of your body. Exhale, sending it out to everyone you love, everyone they love. Breathing it in, sending it out to strangers that you've passed on the street, strangers they've passed on the street. Breathing it in, sending it out to challenging people in your life, feeling them send it out to challenging people in their life. And then breathing it in and just sending it out indiscriminately, feeling it touch the world around you, touching you, elevating everything. When you're ready, you can softly open your eyes, coming back into this space. And I hope that as you open your eyes and you return to this space, you feel the golden light within you and around you. And you feel that deep trust that as you choose, you make a choice today to look for miracles, that you will find them. And you will find them from a place of love and trust that as you live in your highest integrity and as you honor your highest joy, things are conspiring to help you. And as you help other people achieve their highest joy through your love and compassion, it comes back to you and everyone elevates together. And as you look for these synchronicities, you will find them. You'll keep finding more of them and more reasons to be grateful and more signs affirming that you are on your path. Well, I can't wait to hear what these things are for you. Keep me posted, everybody. I'm so excited. I literally can't wait to hear all the magic that's brewing. And if you're interested, like I said, in the upgrade, this is the last week to sign up. My door is always open for one-on-one coaching, but this is the last week for the 10th upgrade cohort. So let me know. Email me at themeredithbaker.com. And I will see you next week for more powerful stuff. Woo! Hey, you. Thank you for coming on this powerful journey with me. I hope it was as powerful for you as it was for me. And if it was, it would mean the world to me if you rate, review, and subscribe to Powerful Stuff so I can keep bringing you the goods. We can keep going on this transformative journey together. And if there's powerful stuff that you want to share with me, with the Powerful Stuff community, tag us on Instagram at That's Powerful Stuff or The Meredith Baker. And I look forward to seeing you next week for more powerful stuff.